Hi, welcome to Szikla Cue King 2, How to Connect a Master or Full Auditorium Pack Part 2. In the first video, we saw how to set up a master pack. Now we will add the Lectenna that came with our Auditorium Pack to create a complete system. The Lectenna works as a remote receiver and as an optional fourth output, and is normally placed near the lectern. There's two ways to connect the Lectenna to the master station. If you're using a mic cable, plug one end into input A on the rear of the master station, and the other end into the XLR jack on the back of the Lectenna. If you're using a Cat6 cable, plug one end into input B on the rear of the master station, and the other end into any of the RJ45 inputs on the back of the Lectenna. When connected to the master station, a Lectenna automatically senses the network and changes over to network power. Its USB output becomes Master Station Remote Output 4. To check if you are connected properly, look at the USB output LED on the front of the Lectenna. It will be either red or green. Now go to the Output 4 button on the front of the master station and toggle it off and on. You should see the USB output LED toggle between red and green. Red when output 4 is off and green when output 4 is on. Now connect the USB output to the computer running the presentation software. When the USB LED turns solid green, the system is set and ready to go. You don't need to install any software because every computer is already Cue King ready. If Mac throws up any dialogues about using keyboards, just close them. On the master station, turn on output 4 and use the test buttons to check slide advancement. If you turn the output 4 button off, cues will not be passed to output 4 on the Lectenna. The state of input buttons A and B have no effect on the operation of output 4. When connected, the Lectenna's RF receiver becomes a remote antenna for the master station. Make sure the Lectenna's channel switch is set to the same channel as the master station and RF handset. Enable the RF All button and also the button for the input connected to the Lectenna. Here we are using input B. Click forward or back on your RF handset. On the Lectenna, the front panel RF LED flashes green when you go forward and red when you go back. On the master station, next to the local LED, is the REM LED. Click your handset and you will see the REM LED light up to indicate that the master station is receiving cues from the remote receiver. Turn off input B. The REM LED no longer lights up. The Lectenna is still receiving cues from the RF handset, but input line B is no longer allowing any data on that line to enter the master station. Now turn off RF All. Neither the Lectenna nor the master station will receive cues from the RF handset. On the rear panel of the Lectenna, additional devices can be connected to the line using the RJ45 Cat6 connectors. The XLR can only be connected to the master station and is not available for upstream devices. To connect a second Lectenna to the line, plug a Cat6 cable into the first Lectenna and then the other end into the second one. 2 Lectennas is the maximum number per input line. They will now behave like a single Lectenna with 2 antennas and 2 USB outputs. Both outputs are controlled by the master station Remote Output 4 button. Wired lectern buttons, purchased separately, can also be added to the line in the same way. A maximum of 9 may be used per input line. The Cat6 connectors are not Ethernet compatible. Do not connect Ethernet devices or switches to Cue King 2 equipment. During sessions where RF handsets are not required, simply turn off the RF All button and use wired lectern buttons instead with complete functionality. You can also use an XLR or Cat6 Y-split cable to add other devices. Thanks for watching.